Out to the range today. Today we're going to deviate from firearms to talk about camp stoves or alternative cooking methods if you find yourself in a disaster or emergency. It is late August. Hopefully all those winter type related things are months away for most of us still, but they are coming up, and now is the time to prep. Before we get to that, the joke of the day is I got a letter from the Origami Academy saying I flunked out. I'm not sure what to make of it. Ba-dump-ba-dump. Welcome back. So today we're going to go over alternative cooking systems if your main system is down, and whether that's your house or your camp trailer, or maybe it's cooking systems. System might not be the right word for when you're tent camping or you're hunting or you're at firearms competitions that are many days that you're camping at, especially tent camping type stuff. So some systems are better than others because of weight and space and how the fuel is. Nothing I say today when I drop name brands is paid sponsorship. This is all equipment that I have acquired over many years. I've had this stove probably 40 years now. This stove I think I picked up 10 years or 15 years ago. The Solo stove, this one here, is brand new. This was brand new. Sterno stove's a replacement for one I had 50 years ago, maybe. Okay? And we'll get over and talk about a little bit about all that. One reason I like the liquid fuel or gas dual fuel type stoves is because it adds to, for me, a sound that means camping. It's just one of those memories that I like. And you can hear it probably with this stove, and the bigger the stove, the better for me. So the 3-burner really sets that up. Now earlier I've cooked my coffee, which is Life Boost coffee because it's mold free and all those fun things. No, I'm not sponsored. Remember, I'm going to pour myself a cup here. Let's start with the smallest Coleman stove I have, and we'll go around the table, so to speak. So it's hot, so I'm not going to pick it up for you right this second. It's a dual fuel, they call it. I don't know what model number because I don't have that memorized. Pump up, so you fill the tank with Coleman fuel, which is basically white gasoline. So your non-ethanol, unleaded gasoline that you can get at some gas stations probably would work for that in pinches, but always getting the proper fuel for it's the best. Anyway, fill it up, pump it up, puts pressure in the tank, comes through this little tube once it's heated up. Voila, gas stove. Pretty simple. The big ones work the same way. The nice thing about Coleman, and probably other brands, but I know this about Coleman, is embossed on the front of this, right over here, is the model number of this particular stove. And yes, it truly is 60-some years old, and you can see it's been loved to death. This one is a 426D. It's a 3-burner gas stove, made about 1960, 62, somewhere in there probably. This one over here is a 2-burner one. It's a different model. Same era. You can tell that by the little diamond shapes down here on the bottom of the body, the red tank, and a few other things. Now, obviously your 3-burner is going to be heavier because it's 3 burners, but you can put giant cast iron stuff on it. You can put like your 17-inch cook pan, 16, 17-inch fry pan in the middle, stuff on the sides, boil your coffee at the same time. Again, I've used it, loved it to death. It's great. I inherited it from my father many, many, many years ago. This one's a copy of one that Paul had. Anyway, I don't use a 2-burner much because had a bigger, 3 kids, my wife and I, when we go camping. So we cooked a lot of food, and I liked being the camp cook for the rest of the family that was around. Now, the nice thing about Coleman is you can get parts. You call them up, you tell them what model number you have, they send you the part just like it was made yesterday, which it probably was, but the part that fits your 60-year-old stove. It's great. Coleman makes great products, at least did. They still make these stoves today. They're a lot more expensive than you'd think they should be. Moving to the folding Sterno stove, you take a can of Sterno, you put it underneath there. It's designed for the bigger cans, not the little ones you see. It just doesn't give you a ton of heat. It will cook a pancake. It will do scrambled eggs maybe, but it isn't going to fry your bacon and sausage and things. The box is great. This box all folds down flat, goes in this little container. Looks like that picture on the container. And is lightweight. You could build a fire in it. Makes a great little firebox. Paul and I each had one of these years and years and years ago when they were kind of a high-tech, lightweight stove before when this type of stove, let's see if I can't keep, and its size was the smaller camping backpacking stove, long before these little tiny ones came out. If you're not into flame, building fires, carrying fuel, this isn't a stove, it's a heating method that you put, basically for those that have been in the military, the same idea is pouring water into the MRE heater, heats it up, has a chemical reaction, heats up your main menu, right? Well, this one does the same thing, heats up the water or whatever you put in it, and there with a little tiny bit of water in the bottom is the heat packet. It takes a while, but if you were just, I don't know, heating up something pre-done already, again, like you took the MRE main entree, put it in there, it heated up, those kind of things, you're not going to fry bacon in it. It's just a different type of method that you don't have liquid fuel, you don't have gelatized fuel, you have packets that work better. And they have where they make bigger packets to put out more heat for the same system. Here we have a small version of a Solo stove, genuine Solo stove brand. This one comes with not only the instructions and a fire ring, but if you wanted to use pellets and use it for cooking s'mores on your tabletop like it is, you can put pellets in here. It helps keep them where they burn properly. Solo stoves are great. I got a giant one that I use for camping, obviously. And then I take and I put my beer rear end chicken cooker over the top of it, and it makes it like a rocket stove. Works outstanding. Heats it up, put coals in it. Anyway, you do the same thing with this one. You can put all kinds of sticks and everything in it. It's not a backpacky stove, but it's a nice lighter weight stove. Comes just like all you see it, with a little table stand also. And it will burn out and burn very hot and is almost smokeless. If you've never looked at them, go look them up. Solo stoves work great for being probably 98% smokeless. And then you don't smell like smoke when you for the big ones, especially you're using it as your fire pit. They're outstanding. Here in the middle, we took the lid off of a smaller version, little cheaper version than this 2-burner stove. It's a Coleman also, smaller tank. Just a little bit more lightweight if you needed that. It works the same way as all of them. Pump the tank up, put plenty of pressure in it, light the burner, away you go. Over here we have, doesn't matter on the fuel size, this is a Jetboil brand. Screws off and takes your modern propane / butane / combination fuel. For those that like to backpack, small camp, put in your day pack as an emergency, these are very, very, very nice. The only thing I don't like about this one is with weird cups like this Sierra cup, they don't like fitting real well on these 3 prongs. Same thing as my canteen cup. It just isn't, it balances on there, it sits there, but any little bobble, you lose it, problem. But they will boil a cup of water in a matter of maybe a minute. I could fill that canteen cup full and it would boil it, oh, I haven't ever timed it, but it will literally just over a minute boil it. I don't know why in the world, there we go. All right. So it is up to you, and if weight makes a difference, space makes a difference, whether you're car camping, whether you're going to store this in your garage or wherever you're storing all your extra food, for when the power does go out, whatever that contingency is for you, whether you lose all services and so on. I will tell you, this one has had fuel in it for probably 5-6 years. And the pump was still pressurized and the fuel burned just like it was supposed to. This one, same story. It's full of fuel and it's new, so the gasket's a little bit better, but it's holding plenty of pressure just like I put it away. You can store them that way. I like them that way. You can store your propane ones easier. Propane lasts forever. This can, sorry, not forever, but many, many years without losing potency. One thing I'll say about this little stove here is, yes, you got to turn it on all the way, but it does come with its own igniter. It roars, hence jet. Let's see if I can keep from spilling stuff, and if you can hear me over the roar of the crowd, so to speak. Fill it with water. This has been on this Sterno stove for half an hour and barely warm. See what I mean about the balancing act? All right. Now, we know that pots boil better with a lid on them. That's already getting warm. Leave that alone for just a second. Talk just a little louder. Step back a little bit maybe. Whatever you do, whatever you're doing, get a system that works for you, stuff you trust. You don't have to have 6 Coleman stoves like I do at home. I got 2 more 3 burners and 2 or 3 more 2 burners. I have a problem maybe. They each have their advantages, but I like a real stove that gets heat there now, is simple. This doesn't even take a lighter or anything. Water's about 1 stage away from boiling right this minute. For car camping by myself, etc., I like this little one. The disadvantage, it doesn't have a windscreen. You know, if you know anything about old Coleman stoves, they got the wind, these wings out here on them like this. All that being said, you be the judge for which one works best for you. Find somebody like me that's got... See what I mean? That's why I don't necessarily like it. Good thing I didn't ruin anything. It was boiling though, which is why I didn't try to catch it. I gotta find a better cup for this kind of stove. Maybe this one won't fall over as bad. It's not anything against the stove, folks. Let me get back to closing up here. Know what works for you. Know what you want, how you want to cook, what you're using. If all it is little tiny pans with 1 pancake at a time, this might be the thing. If all you're ever going to do is pancakes, you don't want the kids to burn themselves too bad, this might be the thing. If you're really into making fires, this one or this one might be the thing. It's all your choice. I'm not telling you what to go do. I'm just telling you, you be the judge of this. And with all that said, hopefully I threw out some ideas for you, gave you some things that are ancient history. I want you to go out, maybe borrow from somebody, but get something, get your hands on it, play with it a little bit. When I say that, I mean practice and experiment so that you can always be the best prepared for the worst case situations.